What's going on, everybody? My name is Tenebris Infinite, and welcome back to Generation Zero. You know what time it is. New update, new farming video, so let's get into it. So in the latest update of Generation Zero, loot tables for enemies have gotten a total rework here. And that means that enemies now will be dropping more types of ammo, more varieties of loot, and also med kits, which is the #1 thing we're going to be focusing on in this video. One of the major things that I've learned in the few months that Generation Zero has been out here now is that med kits are your #1 lifeline. You might think that it's adrenaline, but you're wrong. It's not adrenaline. It's completely the med kits. You need to have a decent supply of med kits. At least 2, maybe 3 of the varieties that you get there. So let's jump into how I go about farming up all of the med kits and also all of the different types of loot here and now. So just like in my previous video, how to farm loot and medkits in 1.05, we're here in 1.07, and we're going to be starting off in just one of the bunkers that I had listed. So in the previous video, I had told you that the best way to farm loot was to go to Utern, then to go off to Skvarden, and then to go off to Hermelinen Bunker. And if you were to hit those 3 bunkers and then farm on the timer that is given in game before loot respawns, you'd have as much loot as you need. So you can still actually use that method, which is awesome. It's one of the first farming methods that I've put out that hasn't been completely removed from the game in a succeeding update. So definitely, if you want to avoid combat and just farm your resources without any combat, hit up those 3 bunkers. So again, that is Utern, that is Skvarden, and that is Hermelinen Bunker. But for now, for this new and improved method, we're just going to hit up Utern, and we're going to do a little bit of looting around here. There we go, just a little bit of inventory management later, and we're looking pretty good. We went up by about 300 bullets for our AI-76. We picked up a fancy advanced first aid kit somewhere in there. We got a whole bunch of standard first aid kits and a whole bunch of the simple ones, and then tons of explosives, which will be super useful for taking down some of the bigger guys later on. So if you guys want to get a similar outcome to what I've gotten here, I really do implore you guys to build yourself a technician character. I'll have a video linked to how to do that at the end of this video. So we're just over here on the southern coast, and we're going to be making a raid on Torsberga Fort. So, first things first, we gotta go off and get ourselves a bike. Alright, so, over here, Torsberga Fort is the first location we're going to hit up. And we're coming here for just one enemy. We're coming here for this really easy tank kill. And this guy will supply you with an advanced med kit if you're lucky on the draw. You have to take care of the runner over here really quickly. And then you can deal with this guy pretty easily. Let's just toss out a grenade really quickly. What you have to do is you have to get him kind of stunned. There we go. And then you put down the mine. Mine will blow him up a little bit more. deal with his weapons. And maybe shoot off his shin pads here for just a little bit of extra damage in there. Alright, now we're going to switch over to our shotgun. Oh. Bit of a step back here. You don't want to get hit by his melee attack. His shockwave thing does a pretty significant amount of damage to you. There you go, a genuinely pretty easy tank kill. He wasn't even able to hurt us at all, and we can go over here and just reap up our rewards. And we didn't get a med kit, which is a bit disappointing, but we wind up getting a stupid amount of ammo, so we could take all of this armor piercing ammo and just utilize it for the next set of tanks that we're going to take on here. And just after farming that guy, actually, I managed to find roaming Phoenix. So you definitely want to take advantage of these guys, because they do have a higher drop rate than the military for dropping the med kits. So if you ever get a chance, definitely try to take these guys on. I'm gonna kind of just rush in on this guy and see how it goes here. We're gonna try dropping our ticks first. Our ticks will hopefully, yep, knock him around, distract him a little bit. And then we can drop off more landmines around here. The idea is you just want to keep strafing against these guys, keep them kind of fidgeting around, and just keep dealing with the ticks as the ticks spawn here. Sometimes you just kind of have to dodge them. And we're gonna have to deal with this Seeker here. There we go. And there we go, we've dealt with his ability to drop ticks. So now these guys will eventually burn themselves out. Take off his rocket launcher. Take off his machine gun. Oh. Kinda got hit by the ticks pretty badly there, but that's okay. Darn it. And I forgot to put my shotgun onto my slot too, so let's do that really quickly here. Oh, dude, okay. Alright, now you can just start unloading with the shotgun. Try to aim for the gas tank if you can. All he's gonna do is fart a lot, so pretty safe, just in his general vicinity. Again, aim for things like the eyes, the plates, the face. There you go. Quick and easy Fenix tank kill. I will be putting out videos though in the future on how to take these guys down in a variety of situations. Let's see though. And here you go. We got ourselves an advanced first aid kit and we got ourselves a bunch of ammo to resupply. Beauty, beauty. So hey, if you guys want any really quick and easy tips on how to kill tanks, maybe let me know in the comments down below and I'll be able to go over what I just did there in a lot finer detail like I just did for the hunters back during the Hunt the Hunters event. But for a note about this first tank guy here, you might notice he's in a bit of a different position here. So what you can do, and this is a bit cheaty, a little bit exploity, but it's not too bad, is you can quit your game and jump back in, and this tank will actually respawn every single time. That Fenix tank that I fought earlier will not, because that's random chance, but this guy will. So I just took this guy down, so let's see what's going on. And we did get ourselves an advanced first aid kit, so that's perfect. So hey, if you guys want, you could just cut it off at this tank here, and you could farm up advanced first aid kits at your leisure, basically. But I'll be going off to a couple more locations here where you can have a little bit more dramatic fights, and we'll be talking about what you can farm from those crazy fights. Right, so the next location we're coming to here in the video is the IGA facility. So the IGA facility right now, for me at least, has 5 hunters and 1 tank. There used to be another tank that was patrolling on this road, but it seems like potentially after this update, that tank is no longer here. He might be there for you guys, so that's a thing to just kind of keep in mind when you're taking on the IGA facility. But the nice thing about the IGA facility is that there's a safe house coming right into it. So if you just kind of veer off to the right here on the road, you'll be able to come across this safe house over here. So we're just going to run through, kill up all these guys in a little bit of a time lapse here, and see what we can manage to get. Alright, so there we go, and we even got an adrenaline off of this tank, so that confirms that you are able to get adrenaline off of tanks too, which is kinda nice, in case if you ever do die when fighting a tank, you might be able to get that adrenaline back. For some reason, 2 of the hunters that normally spawn in this area didn't spawn, but that's just kinda up to random chance, I guess. This area seems a little funky when it comes to the enemies spawning, so prepare yourselves for a little bit of variance between what you saw me go through and what you might experience here. You might need to bring a little bit more firepower, even though I seemingly over-prepared here. But we do have one final location to get to here, so let's get going. So, for our last location, we've come over here to Litorp, right beside the 3 windmills here. And for those of you that have gone through the mission, you'll know what's at the 3 windmills. There's 2 tanks in this area, and they're out in the open, so it's kind of a bit of a hairy situation to fight them at. So let's get going over there, and I'll talk over how I at least approach them and deal with them. And yeah, normally it's not too bad. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna leave that in. So what I normally do is I come over to the house just across from the safe house over there, and I make a little bit of a base in this shed right here. I grab one of these paramedic response kits, and I just pop them down in here. And let's check these ammo cases. What I'm hoping for is either some sniper ammo, some buckshot rounds, or maybe some 7.62s. Hey, nice. Okay, cool. Okay, dude. All right, perfect. So this is like the ultimate situation here. So what I do is I come out here and I pick one of them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for this guy because he's a little bit closer. And the first thing I do is I just start pumping sniper rounds into his guns. Alright, now that I need to reload, I'm gonna come back here for a second. Heal up really quickly. Just take maybe just one out of the first aid kit there. We're gonna switch over to the AI-76 in a second. We got his weapons off. It's kind of perfect. Okay, so we're gonna kind of deal with this guy from a distance here. Alright, and he should go down pretty easy, just from a couple rounds from our assault rifle here. Here we go. Now we're gonna go for this guy. After we grab ourselves an advanced first aid kit. That did a lot of damage. Oh man, okay. Let's take a quick heal. We're gonna come back to our safe little shed here. Okay. Boom, there we go. And then we're gonna deal with this guy in pretty much a similar way. Maybe a little bit less sniper rounds this time. So let's just wait for him to move here, because we don't want to shoot him in the leg. Okay, so he's kind of going all out here. This is kind of crazy. He has like 2 rocket launchers on him. Alright, so we got the one off. Now let's go for the other one. There we go. just kind of have to pay attention to this guy dropping ticks and stuff. Then try to remove his tick kind of container on his back here. Take a step back. You can always tell they're going to do their melee attack when they start standing up like that. Oh, this guy's just gonna keep pooping out babies here. But not anymore. Hey. Alright. So now, again, let's just kind of deke around these guys. Oh, dear. Hey. I got a little bit close for comfort there. And let's kill him. Boom. Again, 2 pretty easy tank kills. They can be a little bit difficult if you decide to go on headstrong without any sort of game plan. But here we go. We're able to just like completely resupply. Here. Let's grab that, and let's see what this guy gave us. Hopefully we got ourselves another advanced first aid kit. Nah, he didn't. That's too bad. But that's okay, because in all honesty, I've been farming these up for a little bit here. And so, how many am I at? I'm at like 17 of them. That's great. That's awesome. So there you guys go. Just to go over the farming route that I take again. I go to either the Utern, Skvarden, or Hermelinen bunker first. Then I go off to Torsberga Fort, and I kill off that tank. Then I go off to the IGA facility, and I kill off that tank. And then I come over here to the 3 windmills, and I kill off the 2 tanks over here. And that, for now, is an incredibly effective farming route. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. You know, again, it takes a little bit of time figuring out these little farming methods and stuff. But I'm really glad that, again, the old farming method still works. And then there's this new, incredibly overpowered farming method. Yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.